I'm joined by psychologist Honey Langcaster-James. Honey, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Do you think there is too much pressure then on young men at the moment to look good?
I think there's pressure on young people in general to look good, and I think this kind of campaign is a great way of highlighting the fact that it isn't just females who are very concerned about their body image. Men are concerned about this too, and I think this kind of thing is brilliant for bringing up that kind of conversation, because I think it is right and important that we address this for all genders and all body types, that it's something that we need to be aware of, that certainly with social media and certainly shows like Love Island do have a part to play, but I think we have to be careful before we start establishing causal links.
But are they wrong though, just showing beautiful people, beautiful young men? I mean, this survey, 10% of skipped meals, 12% would consider cosmetic surgery. I mean, that's bound to lead to trouble, isn't it?
Yes, and I mean this survey matches on to some of the research that I'm already aware of, where around about half of young males will say that they have some sort of dissatisfaction with their body image. So there is an issue here. I think it's right that we're talking about it. I think some of the things that we perhaps talk a lot about among females, the kind of role models that they see even in very early childhood with dolls, with unrealistic feminine features, for example, we don't talk so much about those kind of male figurines and the superhero look, and those kind of looks that young boys are often exposed to predominantly as well. So I think there are a lot of things that play into this, a lot of factors. I think what's very right is that this is being put on the agenda as an important thing to talk about.
And is it worrying that they would do anything to find the money for the gym membership and checking their phones the whole time? It's becoming an obsession as well.
There can be an obsessive element to it, and I think certain social media platforms, so for example Instagram, seems to have a real culture at the moment of, I've heard it referred to as Gymstagram, with people taking lots and lots of pictures of themselves, getting very pumped up in the gym and sharing those things. There does seem to be a cultural emphasis at the moment on the body beautiful, even though we're having all these great conversations in the media about how, of course, people of all shapes and sizes should be valued for what they do and not just how they look.
And just very briefly, as a psychologist, what would be your message to young males then, age 8 to 18, who are obsessed by appearance? Because they will be able to liken to this conversation when they hear what you've just been saying.
Yeah, I think, well, the first thing to say is that, first of all, try to focus a lot more about what you do, what you enjoy doing, rather than how things look, because this tends to be something that's of concern for young people. But certainly if you are out there and you feel that this is becoming really to a level that's interrupting your daily life, or that you're becoming very concerned or very obsessed about the way you look, do speak to a professional. And certainly families out there as well, if you're concerned about the young males in your families or those that you care about, that they're so focused on looks, don't just think that this is all just something of the modern age, because there may be a problem.
Very, very interesting one to talk about. Honey, thank you very much indeed for joining us. As I say, I'd like your views on this. Do you think that young men are under too much pressure to look a certain way at the moment? Have you tried, maybe failed to change your body image? You're happy in your own skin? If you want to be in touch, we'll have some in just a bit. And our programmes like Love Island and these reality programmes.